This Faze Clan situation is one of those internet dramas where everyone thinks they understand it after watching one clip, but they're wrong. Because depending on who you ask, Banks is either a betrayed founder or a washed up liar. Max is either a clout chaser or someone that's genuinely struggling. And Faze itself, I think it's time to close doors because it's wraps for Faze. I'm sorry. They've tried too many times and have just failed. So instead of pretending like this is some stupid Marvel movie or some fake drama, I can't believe people still think this is a marketing stunt. Let's actually talk about this, starting with Faze Bank. From Bank's perspective, this is brutal. This is straight up betrayal. This is a guy who helped build Faze into what it is today. I'm not gonna lie. Banks feels like he was used from all of the Faze members and used from especially Max. And honestly, I understand why he feels that way. I mean, if you put years of your life into something, then feel like you're being phased out by people who weren't there for you from the beginning, that doesn't just hurt you. It messes your mind up mentally. Like, it actually makes you feel crazy. But here's where things get more complicated. Because Max isn't some heartless Disney villain. He's not like, Banks, I hate you, yeah, you can die, yeah man. No. He has literally talked about dealing with depression in one of his posts, and that matters here. Because anyone who's dealt with it knows that it can completely throw away all logic out of the window. Like, it can make you this barbarian. It affects your decision making in content, business, and relationships. So I decided to look at both sides of the Faze beef. So this is me watching the whole situation unfold on stream. Yeah, let's run it.
Faze Clan drama turns extremely dark by Kavos. This man hates KSI so much. That's the only reason why I know him.
This is a time when everyone comes
Fuck you, Kavos.
The whole
That's what JJ said.
Has literally fucking imploded. This is no exaggeration.
Fuck you, Kavos.
Everyone has left Faze over the last few days. I mean, I don't know if there's a few other members I don't know about, but every notable personality has left. Everything coming out now is pretty messed up. It turns really dark, and it all revolves around Faze Banks and plaqueboymax. They're the two
of the biggest
really
personalities,
going
right?
at each other right now. So
I fucking knew it.
On Christmas Day, Banks tweeted out, "I have nothing to do with what's going on at Faze Clan right now. I left 4 months ago and have moved on with my life. Unfortunate to see. Wishing everyone involved the best. If there's anything I can do to help, I'm here. Nobody loves Faze more than me." Banks caught a shit ton of heat for this, and so he made a Twitter video clarifying everything.
Merry Christmas.
I thought he was the boss of Faze.
I'm Banks, formerly known as Faze Banks. What a fucking terrible day. What a terrible year.
You have to respect it,
I
man.
went Faze 5 months ago.
5 months ago.
And this wasn't for a narrative, this wasn't for the camera, this wasn't for Twitter, this was very, very real. It was off the heels of some Twitter drama, and the boys were, you know, getting blown up in their comms and in their chats. And
Was it over? I swear, if it's over some girl,
wacky, strange world of
if Faze
streaming,
ended over a girl,
really
I'm
what
getting
matters.
angry.
These
If a
streamers,
bitch
all
ended
of them,
Faze, nah.
every last one of them are forced to
Pardon me.
appeal to their comms and their chats and narratives on Twitter. And if they don't, they lose viewers. If they don't, they take a hit financially to their career. And this has a huge effect on who their friends are, who they're in relationships with, all of it, everything. The way they treat each other online is completely 100% based and rooted in the feedback that they get in real time from chats and comms. So again, as somebody, an old man, 34 years old, you guys never let me forget it, who no longer makes content, who doesn't have a stream, who doesn't have his own platform.
Is that quasi-putty?
It's impossible for me to create a narrative or control my narrative or really respond. Not that I really give a fuck to anyways. We get on a call 5 months ago and the guys are like, listen, we're over the drama. We think it's best if you just like publicly step down from Faze, just to cool down the drama online. I reacted very emotionally to this.
Who said? Wait,
took it
who's the boss of
personally. I was
Faze?
offended because again, I used my entire network.
Oh, that's
every
crazy.
dollar that I've ever made, everything that I've ever had, this brand that I built, I used all of it as leverage to start these guys as a content group and to kick this
What the
shit off
fuck?
with the sole goal. And
That's fucked up. Why would they tell you to step down from Faze after all you've done for them? That's Banks' perspective. That's fucking insane. There has to be more to this.
Honestly, I feel like Faze keeps failing solely because everyone in Faze didn't start out as friends. Whereas other content creation groups like Beta Squad, Sidemen, AMP, everybody there were actual friends before the group started. Everyone listed were actual friends before they formed a content group. They actually feel like brothers. Like, come on, man. Nico and Kenny feel like brothers. Chunks and AJ feel like brothers. JJ and Simon, Chris and Davis, like, I can go on, man. Like, they feel like brothers and not just they're actual friends. They feel like brothers with no stupid pot-belly CEO commander saying, oh, don't do this, don't do that, blah, 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 blah. That's why Faze is failing.
So Banks talks about a situation
That's
5
fucking
months ago
insane.
where he got called to step down from Faze from all the new Faze streaming kids. You know, the ones who platform and helped to start and boost their career, they wanted him to step down. So he explains this made him emotional.
These guys.
Okay, why would they ask you to step down? Like, I'm not saying he's lying, but why? Could it be because FaZe Banks doesn't have a platform, so he kind of deads FaZe out, like he makes it look washed out? Because if so, that's completely wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure, isn't this guy funding all of the projects for FaZe? You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is very loyal to FaZe.
Would have never lived in the house together if it wasn't for me. These guys are all at minimum 10 times the size in terms of audience and platform now as before they joined FaZe. These guys have all made millions and millions and millions of dollars in the last 2 years, and none of them could ever dispute the fact. Max just said it himself on his stream. Joining FaZe was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. I've heard that from Lacey, I've heard it from Silky, I've heard it from Jason, I've heard it from Rob.
No way they
I've heard it from
backstabbed
Dad.
you as a group.
I've heard it
That's
from every
fucking
single
evil.
person that's ever joined FaZe. Specifically these guys. And I'm here to tell you, as former FaZe Banks, this was one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my entire life. I gave up my entire adult life to this.
That's
I have put
fucking
myself
crazy.
in millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Do your
in
own
debt.
thing, Banks.
I have never made not one singular dollar outside of my salary via FaZe. Not selling it, not buying it, raising money. I've just put myself further and further in debt. Yeah, I think FaZe to acquire and
Don't
all
do
the
that.
costs for these guys' careers over the last 2 years, I think ballpark $40 million.
Tell Banks is really pissed off. You know, he feels like he did a lot for these guys,
Cats,
and they're
fuck
throwing
off.
it back in his face. Apparently, they spent $40 million collectively on all these guys' careers. That's fucking mental. There's people who
Yeah,
just
nah,
shoot
you're
them
right, it's
because
fucking
of their
mental.
actual talent, and they don't really
I'm
need
joking, I love you,
investment like
Carlos.
that. It's
Fuck
crazy
you,
these
Carlos.
guys needed so much investment. We do find out what that investment could have been used on, which is shady as fuck. Let's just hear out what Banks has to say before moving on to
I love how Kavos makes... I love how Kavos, like, speaks for 30 seconds while he lets the video of Banks talking run for like 3 minutes every time.
Max's response.
The fact of the matter is, if we went in a time machine 2 years back and I decided to never try to fix this FaZe shit, I'd be much better off. I'd have more money, and these kids would just be doing what they were doing before.
Hey, man.
It's hard for me to sit here and
It's your
think
mistake,
that it
right?
really is. Clips from this plaqueboymax stream where he's playing a laugh track over my tweet, and it's like, Max, I know we've had like our individual differences, and I know I haven't really seen eye to eye with a lot of the talent because, truthfully and honestly, I find you guys all to be incredibly ungrateful. I find you guys all to have insane egos, and I think it's disgusting. It makes me sick to my stomach. That your guys' relationships with each other and with every other streamer
What about
and your
Adapts?
community included is so incredibly fake. You guys are the best actors on planet Earth, and you've made a complete
Holy
career
shit.
out of all of it. Max, these are your boys, but these are the same guys that said they fucking hated your guts after you left, and you know you're the program. And you haven't.
You can still hate someone's guts, but not hate them.
This and that, and also, like Max, had multiple conversations about how Ron's content.
Alright, okay, when Banks says, oh, they're your friends now, but they hate your gut, you can still hate someone's guts, but be friends with them. Like, I can hate your decision, but it doesn't mean I hate you or dislike you. Yeah, you know, it's not how it works.
Cringe, and you guys didn't fuck with the dad. None of you guys fucked with Lacey and Jason in the beginning. You guys didn't want these guys to live anywhere near you. You barely wanted to share a brand with them.
He also touches on the fact that these streamers' relationships are all
I believe
forced,
this.
you know, for
Shit.
content. They don't actually like each other. They're always bickering in the background, which I mean, I think that about streamers in general, to be honest. You see all these streamers, the minute someone blows up, they all latch around them, you know, trying to get the collaboration, trying to appear as much
fake fucking bitch.
Fake ladder climbing bullshit that the
It is, that does exist,
wholly based on. No, I don't
it's not just streaming, it's content. Like,
of course.
Streaming and YouTube, like, it's content creation. That's how it is in the content creation industry. Don't just say streaming industry. That's how it is in content creation. Because streaming is a form of content. It is content and entertainment. It's just live content. You know, it's always been like that. You know? Especially in the Hollywood scene. Oh, this new actor would blow up. Now all the directors want him. But as soon as the actor isn't doing well anymore, bye. You know what I mean?
But a lot of
or one fuck up.
What is
bye.
the hottest product? Who's the hottest streamer?
Like, look at Will Smith.
Onto them and ride their coattails for a minute, just so I can gain off that.
Imagine if Kavos becomes super famous.
Faze? No, like, you're putting personalities together, people aren't going to get on. Like, it just will happen.
But Faze was going to fund the Miami House for you. Ray,
I need a collab between Kavos and Pyrocycnical, man.
We can get.
Pyrocycnical.
And we forced this relationship. And I was called a fucking retard then, and I was told then I was ruining Faze. And now 2 years later, it wound up being the best thing that ever happened. So you understand why I'm sitting here and I'm frustrated. I would hope anyone watching could sit here and understand why I would be frustrated.
I bet this is all done over text as well.
A fucking entire hate mob is coming after me on fucking Christmas, my first Christmas without my mom, when all I've ever fucking wanted to do is help Faze be successful. That's all I ever wanted to do. That's the only intent. Where's the money?
Sad, man.
I'm this fucking guy who's trying to take everything from everybody. Where is it? Then why the fuck am I millions of dollars in debt? Where is it? It's in plaqueboymax's bank account. It's in fucking Silky's bank account.
Wow, how did you slip up?
Ronaldo, Lacey's bank account. I wish this never happened. I wish that I never did any of this. And they'll all still tell you this was the best decision they ever made. Every single one of these guys has a bigger platform and an audience because they joined Faze and met me, and has millions and millions of extra dollars.
Banks, you want to be that, right?
Whereas I, on the other hand, have lost years of my life to this
But
shit.
why is that though? This is a result of bad business. Like, you should have at least made a contract, you know, that takes like, I don't know, maybe a contract that takes a certain percentage of their revenue or something like that. Which, that sounds fucking crazy. But I'm saying that's like, at least think more strategically, because I feel like you chose the passion side over the business side, you know? These niggas, Max, Silky, Adapt, they chose the business side, you know? They cared about the business side as much as the passion side. Or maybe they fucking didn't, you know?
And significantly.
You can tell when someone isn't lying.
Significantly. This has destroyed me. My whole life has been completely destroyed in the last 4 or 5 months.
Bank's saying there it's the worst decision he ever made to revive Faze, because he's $1 million in debt. All the money he put in, you know, he never saw anything back. But if that's all true, I could understand why Banks is pissed off that, you know, he
seems
so much
really
time
pissed
and effort
off
into Faze. However, he is not reaped any rewards apparently, and all these other streamers he brought in called for him to step down, and also, you know,
that's
are
fucking
chatting shit
insane
about him now online.
But nobody gives a fuck.
How fast does this thing go again?
That is insane. What the fuck?
240 kilometers an hour?
I'll be back in a sec.
Who are you?
My name's Isla.
Hi.
Hi, Allah. Bye, Allah.
I don't have a Twitch chat. And I refuse to be one of the people to just do what you guys are telling me to do. I don't know. Guys, this streaming shit is so fucking fried. It really is. The narratives, the clips, the fucking, the appeal to comms and chat, and like the willingness to just fucking, you know, it's funny, everybody looks at these streamers as guys and people who have these massive audience.
Content creators,
influence over millions
general
of people and can impose their opinions and their will on millions of people, but it's not true. It's the exact opposite. The traditional influencer is dead. These kids are the most heavily influenced people on the planet. They are puppets attached to millions of strings. And if their comms and their fucking chats say that the sky is red, and they disagree, and they say, no, chat, I think it's blue. Once that fucking viewer number starts to fall off, once they start to see L's in their chat, once they start to see hate threads in their fucking comms, they switch up real quick and it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about objective truth.
I completely agree with Banks on his sentiment.
Fuck, bro. Banks is... What the fuck? Banks is telling the truth. I can believe it. Although I've never seen a point where a streamer would change just because their chat said LLL. But I believe it. This sounds 100 and a million % real. I hope I don't become like that. I think it depends on the community you raise. For example, I'm Dante has a great community. He doesn't change for his fucking community. His community would change for him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's fucking spitting facts. And the streaming is different to YouTube videos. YouTubers, they don't have to look at their comments saying, change this in the video, change that in the video. No! Streamers, they see their chat. It's like they have a constant comment section every single time they stream. Every single time they stream.
In terms of streaming as a landscape, everyone who streams is fucking terrified of their chat. Their chat dictate their opinions, what they want to say, what they're allowed to say. It's not just the Faze boys. Every streamer, like, they'll have an opinion and then their chat will give them complete dog's abuse, and they'll suddenly be like, oh no, wait, I didn't actually mean that opinion. Let me actually try and talk about this opinion so I can please you guys in the chat, not actually have my own
it's like chat begging RDC to play Lethal Company. Play Lethal Company, play Lethal Company.
Have a genuine opinion. Streaming is by far the worst it's ever fucking been. Like, by far.
Nah, I disagree. Come on, Carlos.
Organic audiences, people would build these communities, and it would kind of just, and it would be pretty great to watch. Nowadays, it is all artificial as fuck. Everyone is bossing.
Nigga, shut the fuck up,
viewers.
Carlos.
People are appearing out of nowhere with like 10,000 concurrent viewers, and you've never heard their name before. We are gonna touch.
Bro, I mean, that doesn't mean streaming is cooked, Carlos. Doesn't mean streaming is cooked. It simply means that you are just not on that side of the world yet. There are millions of streamers. Millions. And I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a streamer with like 3 million followers, 1,400,000 followers, and I didn't hear about them once until I saw a clip of them on TikTok talking about why I pulled my pants down in front of my teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a small world.
On this later, Banks exposes something about viewbotting, which I find really interesting.
Fuck,
and then this whole
viewbotting.
Shit takes a really dark turn.
They don't give a fuck. All they care about is their stream, which is completely fine. I don't need them to give a fuck. I don't need anybody to pretend.
Banks, start your own shit, bro. Just start streaming yourself.
I don't care, but if I had 100,000 viewers, my name was Kai Sinat, they'd fucking be on my dick. They'd be welcoming me with open arms. I would have a
they
big
would.
Fucking red, comfy chair at the Streamer Awards.
Everybody
fucking,
would.
Hey, come fuck with us, bro. Let's do a stream tomorrow. Like, that's just what it is. And you guys know that's what it is. And anybody arguing against that is
That's why Speed does his own thing, bro.
Lost. These relationships are fucking fraudulent.
Banks' perspective on the streaming landscape, I couldn't agree more with something. If I tried,
Banks has some
to be
great
honest.
fucking
What that video ultimately
points.
gives us is his perspective on what went
Fucking
down
respect
today.
him.
He invested
You
loads of
have
money.
to.
He brought these guys in. They made millions of dollars. Banks lost a load of money because apparently Faze didn't make him any money, and now he's saying they're throwing it in his face and are ungrateful little fucks. So this video causes beef to escalate between Banks and plaqueboymax. He responds on screen and gives us his perspective on what happened
Jesus,
with
Max
Faze.
is like
But
a
we
big
had a
nephew.
sponsor. There was a sponsor for that day,
Sponsor.
and niggas didn't end up doing the sponsor. Game night.
Alright, this might be taken out of context. Cavos.
240.
Cavos, careful now, Cavos.
Yes, if you was there, you was there.
Beautiful.
Niggas didn't end up doing the sponsor. There was difficulties with the sponsor. Yeah. After that happened, according to the assistants and staff of the creators, because I'm not gonna lie, I just really don't remember. But they said that
Need to show my arms.
Faze
bro.
has pulled everybody for the rest of the month and sent niggas home early. Right? This is the first time where in my head I went, so how much control do we have here?
Ooh.
And how much control do niggas have over us? Move into January. Y'all know I started 365. Someone at Faze had introduced me to my old manager, Brandon. Shout out, Brandon.
Okay, managers.
Brandon from about November. Brandon had falling out with person who introduced me, and person who introduced me tells me, according to my assistant
That
and my
Brandon
creative
sucks,
director at
right?
the time,
That
who
Brandon
was sitting
sucks.
in on all calls because they're on my team. Tell me I have to fire my manager.
Brandon, right?
Or I can't.
I fucking
when
knew.
they're the person who introduced me.
Corruption. Corruption at its
Video
finest.
proof as well. After that happens, I stayed. I got introduced to a new manager, as y'all know. I come back to LA after New York. All that happened in New York. And, you know, everything's cool. I'm cool with the boys, you feel me? Me and the boys cool, but it's just like, damn, like, it was a weird air for a little while, you know what I'm saying?
Fucking hate that
the
shit,
from
man.
Faze Miss, into whatever FBD's talking about, that happening, what made me realize it's time for me to man up. If I want to be what I one day want to be or plan on being, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, me and the 365 gang, I was just burnt, bro. There's too much going on behind the scenes shit. Streaming every day. I'm gone for a couple months. I'm able to get my mental health back right. I'm able to get straight. I'm able to pause. It was always straight. But I'm able to realign. Y'all remember when Lacey got kicked from Faze? He really got kicked from Faze. He got kicked from Faze because, according to the assistants and the staff and the cameramen, they said that he had missed a video shoot or something. So my point of this is
Kid from Faze for missing one video shoot?
No control. There was no control.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm leaving.
At least that's what
If you're kicking me from a group because I missed one video shoot, fuck you. I'm leaving. That's like my content creation group, The Blast, right? I don't have like full control. Like, it's shared between people. But I make sure the people that are with The Blast, you know, they're not fucking abusers. Jesus Christ.
You get what I'm saying? And then we had Faze Camp. I'm not gonna lie, for the past like 2 months, I was on some shit like, damn, like, am I really gonna leave? Am I gonna stay? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was like just on the fence with it, because at the end of the day, I fuck with these niggas, but we don't own this shit. We don't, and we don't have control over our careers as much as we should have. That whole Faze Camp happened. When we went to Faze Camp, I called up, I ring Yaya, I ring, you feel me? Yo, bro, move my shit out. After Faze Camp, I'm leaving. When I left, I got told niggas that was there, I'm not talking about the boys, niggas who work for it. I got told it would be the worst decision of my life. I got told I would KMS without being in this shit. You feel me? And I just want to say,
How fast does this thing go again?
Like 240 kilometers an hour?
I'll be back in a sec.
Who are you?
Mom is bad
My
at
name's
you.
Isla.
Allah.
I thank God that I bet on myself.
What the
Feel
fuck
me? Like
is
that I
this?
bet on myself, and that I just believe in what the fuck I'm trying to do and who I want to be, cause
So it seems Max's main reason for leaving was that he felt like he had no control.
No
They
control.
were being like strung along like puppets, didn't have full transparency from people in Faze. But he doesn't go into like crazy detail, kind of just gives his story. However, shortly after this, having seen this video, Faze Banks gets upset and decides to make this about Max. Faze Banks brings receipts.
What is
for
going on?
Him and Max's interactions.
Yeah,
and
we
their
need receipts, man.
The one person that jumped straight on the opportunity at the fucking first chance they got to
The
jump
Faze.
right in the middle of it and farm it, plaqueboymax. You can always count on him. And wow. Max, I'm going to be talking to you directly, and for everybody watching, I'm going to be sharing our conversations from the time I left Faze till now, including all the drama and all the issues, supposed issues that me and Max
That's
have had.
insane, bro.
Because his cousin just went live, and apparently I'm this fucking awful, terrible guy, monster, who Max had all these issues.
I don't
with.
think anyone is a
As
horrible,
you'll
terrible
see,
guy.
when I share
They're
our
not.
conversation,
They're not.
That's not the energy that Max has given me over the last 5 months. As a matter of fact, and not to spoil anything, but I've talked to Max more in the last 5 months than every other Faze member combined. Max has asked me for opinions on everything from creative to content to his career. He's asked me.
I believe it.
to help
Nobody
manage
is
his
bad
career from
in here,
the
man. I think it's just a disagreement.
About his team sucking and
Between
things
equals.
falling apart. And the big one, since Max wanted to go live and talk about standing on business, and I was right, and look who was right, and I left Faze first, and look at me, 100K viewers, high as fuck off the clout, and the fucking engage, just proving everything that I said 100% right yesterday. This streamer brain shit is real. They are actors. And he jumped on this opportunity not because he cares about anything that I've done or cares about anything that I've said. It's because it makes the most sense. Kick me while I'm down and farm this Faze shit and suck as much as he can out of it. And that's what they fucking do. And that's just a fact. Anybody that...
Nigga, this is why you have a content group between friends. This is why you don't do this weird corporate shit with a businessman controlling the content group and getting members. No. This is why you have a group between friends, like the Sidemen, like AMP, like Beta Squad, like the Blast, like this is why you don't do that weird corporate shit, man. Okay, not the Blast, come on. My god, bro, my fucking god, like the Clover Boys. My god, like when will these guys know that the best content group is between genuine fucking friends, nigga?
That is fucking fried.
Banks is clearly pissed. He's saying plaqueboymax switched up on him, is farming this situation for his own clout, you know, distancing himself from Banks when apparently
Faze was a mistake from the beginning, man.
He was the complete
I'm sorry.
opposite.
Shut it down. Shut Faze down.
And you guys tell me if this looks like a conversation between two parties that have an issue with each other.
If it's screenshots,
How fast is this thing going?
I'm gonna use it with a grain of salt. But if it's screen recorded, I'm gonna do it.
I'll be back in a...
I've seen this girl before. What the fuck?
Who are you?
My name's Isla.
Hi. Millie? Millie!
Millie. Oh, that's Millie Boy Brown.
All right, so here we are. Here's my conversation with Max, July 28th. This
I'm
is
shower.
when,
Hold on.
That whole thing where he heard that I said, fuck y'all, blanks. Again, this wasn't aimed toward Max. This wasn't said at Max. There was never any
What do you mean it's retarded?
sort of like racist connotation toward this word being used ever. Saw people talking about hard R and shit. No, that's all noise. Absolutely not. What Max's initial response to it was,
Screen recorded. Oh
"People
shit.
Speak highly of you. Shit doesn't need to be brought to light. You don't have to worry at all."
This nigga's phone is low on airplane mode.
So
Why is it on
I
airplane?
gotta say all that. I would never speak ill about it.
Oh, this is real.
Breaks my heart, crushes me, whatever. I'm showing you guys this
This is real.
for transparency purposes. I've deleted all sensitive information.
Okay, cool.
This is him randomly saying like you called it. This is after he left. I think he left like August 5th or something like that. Send me this like you called it because the T app or whatever about guys. I said guys were gonna make one about girls, whatever. I said we should have built it. This is the typical kind of conversation we would have. This is him responding to me asking if he wants at
Why is he
Black Boy
texting
on
nonchalantly?
Instagram. Asked me if I thought it was a good change. Told him plaqueboymax was iconic again. Typical conversation
At
we talk
Plaqueboy.
about.
No, this is sick. So he was gonna change. Yo, this is so real. At Plaqueboy, he wanted to change his name.
Wants at plaqueboy on Instagram. Asked me if I thought it was a good change. Told him plaqueboymax was iconic again. Typical conversation we would talk about.
What was that app they had? What was it called? T-Man? T on her.
Kind of conversation we would have.
Hey, I need to try
This
this
is him
T on
responding to me
her.
asking if he wants at plaqueboy on Instagram. Asked me if I thought it was a good change. Told him plaqueboymax was iconic again. Typical conversation we would talk about. This one is the first time Max came over since he left. It was at the end of August. He sat with me. We talked for a few hours. Yeah, I want to say he was at my house for 2-3 hours. And we left. I hugged him. Told him I loved him. Told him I'd always root for him. Apologized about what was said. He said no hard feelings. Admitted several times that was not the reason why he left Faze. That you know it was an accumulation of things. But as you'll see in this conversation,
Of course, yeah.
Max just thought that was the best move for his career. And that's just the simple facts.
That's fine then.
Right here again, I'm just giving him good energy. This is our dynamic.
Oh,
This is
that's
how
sick
it's
shit.
always been. Talking about trying to get shit mentally.
It's very like, it's not like bros talking.
This is the first time, October 10th. This is when he first
kind of started to show signs of regret for leaving Faze.
Shit.
Working on taking a step back, looking at everything. Again,
This is real.
asking me for my advice. What do you think desktop streaming? This is so random, but he's asking me, why do I think desktop streaming died? Again, he would ask me these things.
Desktop streaming died because we're in the fast food swipe culture meta. Go, 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 go. Overstimulate me. Desktop streaming isn't dead, man. There's a ton of great desktop streamers, bro. One of them is Boogie. Boogie is a very fucking good desktop streamer. How the fuck is a streamer meant to hold the attention of a massive audience when TikTok is a thing? Well, that's why we have people that are for TikTok and this. What streamers serve today, in my opinion, is... Okay, so he said, in my opinion. That doesn't mean that it's the definitive... That doesn't mean it's the definitive thing, alright? It's just in his opinion. They're selling a parabolic relationship. It's beyond the viewing or entertainment experience. It goes beyond that. It's a social experience. It's half the reason men spend on OF. It's not porn. It's not to get a nut off. You can go do that on any free site. Easy. Better content too. It's the texting, the fantasy, the human connection. I see. Humans need to feel a part of a community. In a world where this next generation... You should have sent a voice message. Next generation is chronically online and they have less and less real human to comes connection. Ooh.
A lot in person, a lot on the phone, a lot over text.
This is...
The course that
Banks is very fucking smart. But I don't think Death Stream is dead. Come on.
I love talking game, and this is just, again, like, this was our life. And this was our relationship with each other. Again, because last
Dang it, man. Wow, Banks is telling the fucking truth.
Like,
Is that Millie Bobby
240
Brown?
kilometers an hour?
I'll be back in a sec.
Yes, Island Dhabi. That sounds like some Dubai shit, bro. Dubai. Hey, did you know that Dubai holds fucking slaves?
Culture,
Modern day slavery, and they trap people there?
shit like that. I don't know. Said happy birthday to me. I didn't respond because I noticed he said happy birthday to me after he saw Drake post the happy birthday post for me, which was weird and threw me off. And they all missed my birthday. I didn't get any happy birthdays.
Wow, that's sad.
Wished me happy birthday. I think Adapt wished me happy birthday, but the rest of them still on like
Buddy?
weird terms. And then randomly November 4th, I'm gonna make you proud, bro. Thank you for always believing in me. Watch. Guys, this is 5 weeks ago, man. This is 5 weeks ago. All this shit with Spotify, everything that Morgan has talked about happened
Spotify?
months before this. In July. This is November, okay?
Whoa,
I wish you believed in me the same way. Facts. Saw so clearly. We just start reminiscing. We start talking.
this is real.
Sucks seeing the subathon, feeling left out. He agreed with that. I'm sure he felt really bummed. And
Yo,
left
yo.
out. Are you up? Got a question.
Then you
I'm
respond to
with my
it.
girl. I was gonna ask.
You be getting real life runs.
Are you up? Got
I feel like Max is an annoying person to text, man. He just doesn't put any effort at all. I'm with my girl, but I was gonna ask you, right? You and Zach have both said over
question.
pristine.
call her.
Because in my head, imagine if the next big upcoming artist or NBA star was streaming their up. That's sick, bro.
I'm with my girl. I was gonna ask you and Zach. He's just asking about, again, more opinions about his music.
That's cool, man. Like, yeah, like, I mean, that's what's cool about streaming, right? You know, and you have a community. And when that's what's cool about streaming. When you have a community, people can see you build yourself up to be the best.
Music and his career.
That's
End
true.
of the day, I love this game. I always will. I love talking games. Simple as that. Again, this is on fucking November 6th. I'm just offering the kid as best my advice as I could. And whatever he's asking, you guys can stop, pause, read the whole conversation if you want. This is me getting into the details about his scummy ass fucking UTA agent who was whispering shit in his ear about Faze, leaving Faze, or whatever.
You're Asian.
A lack of commitment to shit. This looks like Max agreeing with the things that I'm saying.
Facts.
To me, I don't know. This looks like everything that I've been saying the last 2 days, and I'm saying in this video. I'm saying it directly to him. In a
Banks
much
is
nicer
spitting
way,
facts, bro. Shit, man.
And just us talking.
This conversation is very messy, man. One piece of advice I would give is literally just like calling, or you know, sometimes you can't call, so I would just let them finish and then I just text back.
So I don't know what to do, bro. I just feel like I'm stuck. I appreciate you for this conversation. When I first joined, I'm not gonna lie, last summer was the happiest I've been. Just feeling doing shit together, living, creating, shipping cool since I left. I've been smooth sailing, but I don't feel like I'm progressing nowhere.
Niggas.
Whatever. Again,
Imagine if Banks just said niggas. I feel like if Banks said, if Banks read that text of Max saying niggas, everybody would be on his side somehow, because people would. I feel like Banks should have said niggas was just doing shit together. Now hear me out. This is how weird the internet is. People would instead focus on Banks saying the N-word, and then later they would actually look into the situation, and then a lot more people would be on Faze Banks' side. Well, not Faze Banks anymore, just Banks.
Nowhere. Whatever. Again, expressing regret for leaving Faze. Guys, this is a month ago.
Okay, yeah. I know what it is, bro.
Right here. Here we go. Like, I fucked up this whole Faze shit. Everything. Damn.
Oh! Holy sh! Wait, where's the context?
Kilometers an hour?
God. Shit.
Wow. Talked to them before the subathon. Want me back. They didn't want him back, like I said.
Oh, yeah.
Still cool with everybody. More than anything, I dead miss working with you and Ray. And like I said, the N-word and contract shit threw me off bad, bro. But I'm past that, and we talked about it, so I don't give a fuck.
You can't say nigga in a video?
His words, not mine.
Damn!
His words, not mine.
Hey, Kavos, thank you for putting all this together, man. Thank you, Kavos.
Screenshot that one. I'll reply to this whole fucking video with that screenshot, because I mean, I don't even remember this part of the conversation, but you guys see it. And what do I say?
Holy shit.
Again, like I said, it's all love, all due respect. It can be fixed. I promise you, Max, it's one of those things that could be a positive. I'm just staying optimistic. Talking to him about getting him back in Faze, about getting him back on the track he wants to be on,
Oh,
whatever.
shit.
Like, this is crazy. I haven't even.
Banks is acting like a manager.
Like all of it.
Banks, you'd be a good fucking manager, bro.
Ideas, I'm with you. Mentally taxing, no. More responsibility for sure. Do you think about the Rakai music video?
Rakai.
Again, randomly just asking about Rakai.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Chop it up.
Chop it up, sub it up, scub it up. That is actually crazy. Wait. What the fuck's going on? Oh yeah.
Again, me just giving
Sorry, guys.
my opinion. Get what you're saying. Thank you.
That is crazy, man. Wow.
What time?
This is
Comes to my house on November 7th. Oh fuck. That was sensitive information. Blur that shit out.
He said blur the shit out.
Or we just cut it there and then reintroduce it. Comes to my house
You
on
had some
November
edits.
7th. We talked for 7 hours. 7 hours. Max gets into all the details about how much he's paying his aunt, his cousin, how his fucking business is a disaster, and asks me for a bunch of opinions and advice on what
Max
to do.
knows
And I told him,
Faze Banks
fire
is smart, but it
fire
seems like
everything
he's
except for
using.
Trey, and know how much money you're spending every month, and get this shit under control, and it's all going to be all right, and I got you. If you want my help, I'll help you. I appreciate you more than I can ever say. Content-wise,
shooting
everything
knife.
smooth. Sheesh. He says it himself, his business, after leaving Faze. Sheesh.
Damn, this is private information,
All
man.
good. Like I said, I'm going to tap in with you every day. And I know this is long, but I don't want to miss anything. I want to be fully fucking
Yeah.
transparent.
People are gonna watch this, man. Trust
asks me
Trust
on
me,
November
trust me,
9th,
bro.
where does your happiness come from? I'm most happy when I find myself working toward a goal. People I fuck with, learning. Huge emphasis on
Max is just trying to get as much
guys, does this look like
info.
a dynamic between two people who have a problem with each other? Does this look like Max?
Nah, it's very professional
Does this
and
look like I'm doing wrong by Max?
genuine.
I don't know. You guys tell me. Maybe I'm fucking crazy. I don't know.
Nah, I would say this is like a very like peaceful, like it's kind of like little brother, big brother thing, you know?
240 kilometers an hour?
I'll be back in a sec.
It's pretty cool. Wow. Nah, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all, honestly. I forgot Kavos was even a part of the fucking video. Jesus, man. You can show me where you are. Oh my god, that's just lagging. I have too many tabs open. Let me close some tabs real quick. Right, there we go. 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 There we go.
Crazy, bro.
And then type late though.
November 11th, yeah. And then on November 15th, he had been calling me. We've been going back and forth. And then he said simply, yo, speech manager introduced me to someone. He's been pretty helpful in what's going on.
Hey!
Vision I like, I can trust, but I appreciate you always being there for me, looking out. Love, brother. And that's the last time we talked before he sparked up yesterday.
Oh, that finds
the last thing we talked about was that.
Max seems
again,
pretty fake in this one.
Right,
Nah.
wrong. You guys tell me.
That's the end of the messages at Banks shows. You can clearly
Max seems
see,
like he was just
reading Banks
asking
and
him
Max's
for shit.
Messages, they aren't beefing, and Max is constantly coming to Banks for advice and his opinions
Yeah.
on things, constantly telling Banks how much he appreciates him, looking for his input.
That
on
seems like
certain
he's trying to
decisions.
keep on
It's
good
definitely not
terms
the
with him.
narrative that Max portrays in the video we just watched, where he's like, I left.
Come on, Max, you can't be doing that shit, bro. What the fuck? Oh, why is my shit lagging, bro? Oh my god. Wait, let me fix this real quick.
Phase, this is great. I was first. Best
Shut
decision
up.
I ever made. Only in November, just over a month ago, he was telling.
What the fuck is going on? Bro, where's this coming from?
You need to go to school to get your education. You can't keep doing this, Jack.
What the fuck? My god. Okay, I'm overstimulating. Fuck.
Now I bought 2 streets.
Fuck. Okay, calm down. Okay. Milk. Alright, careful. Reset your shit. I need to take a fat dump, bro. That's my wallpaper, guys. That's what I want to do. Let me actually read it to you. So what my goals are. Wait, let me read you my goals in a second. So it says by December 31st, you will have one viral Tommy Talks video. Get a... I don't give a fuck. No one gives a fuck about that, bro. Get ya. Alright. Plus. Alright, cool. Sorry guys, I had a little bit of a mistake. I do need to go take a dump though, so I'm gonna go take a fucking dump. Poop. Bloody duddy. Oh, I need this shit. This shit.
How fast does this thing go again?
Like 240 kilometers an hour?
Here's a hypothetical situation, Massachusetts. He invites you to his table. Webster is very fond of oysters. In fact, over the course of your lunch with him, during which he talks about the great issues of the day, the two of you polish off 6 plates of fresh oysters. Webster did eat oysters in those quantities. After this amicable and interesting lunch, you leave the Atwood and Bacon Oyster House to continue attending to your business. But as you're walking the streets of central Boston, you suddenly don't feel too well. Your bowels start cramping fiercely. It must have been something in the oysters. You need to relieve yourself now. But there's nowhere to go. This is Boston in 1826. The appearance of public restrooms in an urban setting is decades in the future. After an excruciating journey in a horse-drawn hackney for hire, during which every bump and jolt on the uneven road surface nearly causes you to lose control of yourself, you barely manage to make it to your house near Old North Church. Immediately, you bolt for the privy, which is located in the yard behind your house. You tear down your pants, sit down on the wooden seat, and let loose.
How fast does this thing go again?
Like 240 kilometers an hour?
I'll be back in a sec.
Who are you?
My name's Isla.
Hi. Millie? Millie!
No wonder you called it a day.
I'll protect you for anything gets scared.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Thank you. Oh. Guys, wait up.
With over 160 years of experience, Syntegon provides comprehensive support to the pharmaceutical industry. The company's strong global presence of more than 30 locations makes it an exceptional, agile partner. This also showed in the cooperation with Alchemy, where Syntegon again demonstrated its liquid, fill finish, and isolator expertise.
Alchemy is a contract development and manufacturing organization with over 675,000 square feet across the United States. We're one of the few standalone contract service providers offering significant scale of analytical depth and capacity for manufacturing.
Our partnership with Syntegon has played a key role in the expansion of our sterile manufacturing operation in Charleston, South Carolina.
We chose Syntegon because we knew they would be a great partner. They have a good track record. We also know that they have a great reputation in the industry for designing very well. I think we were able to collaborate together to really meet the state-of-the-art needs that are expected across the world whenever it comes to different regulations, different expectations on how we produce injectable products.
Our customers expect modern and flexible sterile filling solutions of the highest quality. Syntegon was able to provide the exact solution we needed.
When Alchemy reached out to us, we were absolutely thrilled to support, because flexible machine concepts for sterile filling are among the things we do best. Alchemy requested an additional sterile filling line. Of course, we have the ideal solution in our portfolio. An ARF filling machine with peristaltic filling system and 7 different formats for maximum flexibility. We also integrated a sterilization tunnel and cleaning machines for the highest product and operator safety, all of which were implemented here in Charleston, South Carolina.
you're there for an hour. Toilet paper hasn't been invented yet, but there are plenty of newspapers or corn cobs on hand to, clean up afterwards. Disaster averted for now. Note to self, go easy on the oysters next time, even if Daniel Webster's buying. Now imagine the same hypothetical situation playing out today, nearly 200 years later. Atwood and Bacon Oyster House is still in operation. It's now the famous Union Oyster House, a national landmark along the Freedom Trail. You wouldn't find Daniel Webster there since he died in 1852, but if you wanted to, you could still nosh 6 plates of fresh oysters. If you had the same problem in the aftermath of those 6 plates of oysters, the situation would be much less dire. In addition to there being toilets on the premises, there's a public restroom just 0.2 of a mile from Union Oyster House, located inside Faneuil Hall Marketplace, with nice clean toilets that whisk your poop away with the touch of a lever. In neither case, 1826 nor today, would you probably spend much time thinking about what was going to happen to the poop you left behind. But in this video, that's exactly what we're going to focus on. In the 1820s, before indoor plumbing became commonplace, your privy would be located above a pit dug into the ground or in the cellar of your building, probably lined with stone, a privy vault. If your privy was centrally located or serviced several houses, it might empty into a cesspit, a very similar structure designed to collect human wastes. City ordinances would have required that privy vaults and cesspits be cleaned out at night. There were people who made money this way, cleaning poop out of privy vaults at night and carting it outside the city to sell to farmers as fertilizer. In Britain, they were called gong farmers, and you thought your job sucked. In fact, this procedure is why poop was in the 19th century euphemistically referred to as night soil. But only so much night soil could be marketed to farmers or carried out of Boston in a practical manner. The rest might simply be dumped into the water, where the remains of your oyster lunch would settle to the bottom of Boston Harbor and eventually dilute. A few large cities did have sewers in the 1820s, but they were primarily built to channel stormwater. Handling human waste was a secondary consideration. Today, of course, the story would end very differently. After being flushed through the pipes leading from the public toilets at Faneuil Hall Marketplace, the remains of your oyster disaster would be pumped through any one of a number of pipelines running underneath the city of Boston, and would likely wind up here at the Deer Island Wastewater Treatment Plant, in one of those very large egg-shaped tanks. We'll talk later in the video about what goes on in places like this and what's happening in those tanks, but suffice it to say, through the miracle of modern technology, at least in most of the developed world, you don't have to worry much about what happens to your poop today, so long as places like this continue to exist and continue to be funded by your taxpayer dollars. So how did this change occur? How did we get from a privy with a wooden seat and a stone cesspit full of poop to a modern, clean, high-tech facility that can handle the waste of millions of people? And not just in Boston, of course, but in cities generally. Like poop itself, this is a subject we don't think about very often. But there is a history to sewage and urban wastewater treatment, and it's a lot more interesting than you might think. So, for better or for worse, this video is a history of urban poop.
How fast does this thing go again?
Like 240 kilometers an hour?
I'll be back in a sec.
Who are you?
My name's Isla.
Hi. Millie? Millie!
No wonder you called it a day.
I'll protect you for anything gets scared.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Thank you. Oh. Guys, wait up.
various historical subjects, much deeper than the surface level approach that most YouTube historians, even those I like, tend to take. Now this video is admittedly a departure from some of my more recent ones, which have mostly been about fairly well-known political events. My PhD is in environmental history, and what you're going to get here is pretty in-depth environmental history. But if you don't know what environmental history is, don't even worry about it. You don't need to know anything about it going in. I'm going to be covering many aspects of the history of sewage treatment and sanitation in an urban setting, primarily looking at the US and a little at Europe from roughly 1800 to the early 20th century, which was when the infrastructure of waste treatment as we know it today largely took shape. If you think this subject sounds deadly dull, give me a chance. It might be more interesting than you might think. And you do obviously have some interest in it because of course you clicked on this video. A couple of very brief caveats before we start. The approach of this video is historical, not scientific. I'm not going to explain in any detail how modern sewage treatment works. I'm not going to explain much about the engineering aspects of it. Some of those things will have to be mentioned, obviously, but this is not an explainer video on how all this works. It's more of an explainer on how we got it, not how it works. It's historical, not scientific, not engineering. So, those of you in the audience who know something about the specifics of the science and engineering aspects of this, or who want to know, if that's what you're expecting here, you won't get it. But the good news is that there's a lot of that kind of stuff elsewhere on YouTube, done by people who have specific expertise in those scientific and engineering areas, so knock yourself out. Second, this is not a shock or gross out video, and while it's not deadly serious all the time, it's not intended as comedy either. Obviously, we have to talk about human waste and disease and lots of other gross stuff, but it's important to me to do this tastefully and in a non-exploitative fashion. Toilets and poop have been a staple of humor since the beginning of the human race, but I'm a historian, not a comedian, obviously, so we have to draw some lines somewhere. With those things said, there is an extremely important scientific concept that is the major backbone of this story, and it involves how people thought about disease and the causes of it. In the late 19th century, there was a major shift in this thinking, from what is often called the miasma theory of disease, I'll explain what that is, to the modern germ theory of disease, which is the basis of nearly every bit of medical practice in the modern world, as applied to the history of sewage and urban sanitation. This transition is vitally important, so important that I had to mention it now in the first chapter before we go any farther. Because that transition is such a huge part of our story, we have to start with what miasma theory is or was. That's going to be in chapter 2, coming up in just a bit.
Gemini and Gmail can help you summarize long threads and suggest brilliant replies faster than it took me to sit for this portrait. Honestly, are we almost done here? My bum's gone numb.
Just in time to skip the AI slop advert. Alright,
we live in
hey
a
guys.
world with a dysfunctional
Alright, close this.
It's crucial to
Close this. Ew, this nigga's videos. Alright, cool. Right, let's get back to the video. It's great shit. Lovely shit. Bloody lovely shit. Horse. Suck my dick, horse. Please. Please, no. Please, 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 please. Alright, let's go all the way back.
The end of the messages that Banks shows, you can clearly see, like reading Banks and Max's messages, they aren't beefing, and Max is constantly coming to Banks for advice and his opinions on things, constantly telling Banks how much he appreciates him, looking for his input on certain decisions. It's definitely not the narrative that Max portrays in the video we just watched, where he's like, I left Faze, this is great, I was first, best decision I ever made. Only in November, just over a month ago, he was telling Banks how, you know, he misses Faze, kind of regrets leaving.
It depends
Faze,
when he
and
streamed
Banks
that
comes
reaction
in
and
with
uploaded it
actual
to YouTube.
receipts showing what their relationship was like, and it seems like Banks was, you know, very helpful, looking out for Max. Now we move on to, there was a text where Max says that Banks said the N-word. Banks, you know, admits and talks about now.
As it goes for this,
I predicted it.
that I said, first of all, I didn't say this targeted toward you. This wasn't said in any sort of racist connotation. I said this word in an emotional response. I said, fuck all y'all blanks. And it's a fucking mistake.
Oh.
I'm fucking retarded. I'm a 34
Oh, damn.
man child, and I have many, many flaws. And I'm an idiot for saying that. But, bro, stand
Good
on
apology.
Stand on it. If you really have a problem with that, then why has it not been a problem for the last 5 months? If you really have a problem with that, why have you told me no?
That's true, bro.
Problem with that, we're good. If you really have a problem with that, and I could say this, Ron, last subathon, fucking said it. Muted his mic and said it. The chat laughed, and everybody told him to say it, and he said it. Lacey has admitted to saying it publicly. You know this. So why isn't that a problem?
Nigga.
Other members in Faze have said it in the confines, behind the scenes, off cam, in the presence of other black creators and Faze members.
Yeah.
And this was never a problem. It's only a problem now because it's convenient for you and for this narrative to make me look like shit and to make you look right.
So Banks is saying that Max never had a problem with it. You know, there's a text where Max said it threw him off, but you know, he forgives him. It doesn't really matter. You know, yeah, it's dumb as fuck saying that word, just using that word so loosely. Banks is going on and saying that, you know, everyone in Faze is saying it. In my opinion, just shouldn't be in your vocabulary, really. But in the grand scheme of this whole beef, this issue that Max's cousin and Max raised wasn't like their main concern. It was just throwing more fuel onto the fire and distancing themselves from Banks. So that's the meat of what Banks talks about. Basically, what he shows here is that the relationship being portrayed about him and Max isn't true, because only a month ago, Max was confiding in him, asking Banks for advice, complimenting Banks, whereas Max's cousin, the way Max was talking about leaving Faze, wouldn't make you believe that was even happening. Max responds again on Twitter saying, I joined Faze at 20, I respected Banks. After I left Faze, Banks would call me saying I needed him and my career was falling off. He took advantage of the fact that I was depressed and in hospital. At one point, I let all the calls get to me and asked to join Faze again. But I kept going, and in November, I was introduced to a manager who helped me realise that a lot of things he told me were lies. Since leaving work, I've worked with bigger guests and brands and have a 2026 plan that is only bigger than what I've accomplished so far. Thank you all, I love you guys, pray every day, and follow your heart. See you soon. The
So there's two sides to the story
had
now.
with Max on all the text ones, and then
Jeez, I need a fucking
Max
cook
going
soon.
to Banks' house, this and that. That isn't the vibe I get from Banks in them texts. Like, I'm just gonna call it as I see it. I know a lot of people right now are jumping down Banks' throat, but I operate on evidence and what I see, and what I've seen doesn't portray the narrative that Max is trying to push.
Rightfully
Banks.
so.
Banks' response
Rightfully so.
completely blows this shit wide open. Plaqueboy Max is a liar. You guys see the way I spoke to him via our text messages. I always handled with care. He fucked his friends over, left because he thought he was the program, and has admitted multiple times it was strictly a career move. This kid thinks he's Travis Scott, and it's a shame it's come to this. Lying on, dragging someone who's only ever helped you, botting views, it's a joke. It's all ego. He literally just signed his message off as Prince. He's telling you who he is. You just won't listen. Every one time did I tell him he was falling off, I always lifted him up. You don't have to take my word for it. Check the date. This is one of the last conversations I had with Max right after he got out of the hospital. With Max saying to Banks, I will make you proud, bro, and thank you for always believing in me. And what really jumps out to me there is
I'm saying more with Banks on this one.
I have talked about this for so long.
But Max was depressed, man.
Everyone's botting, jumping.
Max depressed is crazy.
People don't want to grind and work hard for success anymore. Let's bot everything, artificially pump our numbers so we get more discovery in the search results. New viewers come and they see this, you know, 20,000 stream and they're being like, oh, why are so many people watching this? I guess I have to watch this now. It's fake it till you make it, classic fucking bullshit that people who want shortcuts.
I mean, it's always been a thing, right?
Banks is accusing Plaqueboy Max of doing this, botting views. Do we have proof? No. Botting viewers is one of the hardest things to prove, unless, you know, the owner of the website comes out because you didn't pay and exposes your emails and receipts, and it links all back to you and your family. But, you know, other than that, if you get that reference, you're a real one. Other than that, it's really hard to prove, unless Banks knows something is up. And also, you know, if Banks knew this the whole time, it kind of implicates Faze and him in this shitty practice if it happened. Now, unless Max was doing it on his own accord and was just telling Banks about it, okay, that's one thing. But now there's conspiracies going around, you know, Faze spent all this money on these creators. Did they spend it botting viewership for these creators so they could get pushed hard by Twitch and the algorithms? Well, people like XQC have been talking about this for a while. You know, this clip's from a while ago where he claimed that Faze had an entire room dedicated to
Max, right? Yeah.
Like 240 kilometers an
I
hour?
love this fucking hoodie, bro. Millie Bobby Brown.
Bot servers.
Are you talking about XQC?
Hey, bro, niggas. Hey, bro.
Oh, no, he's retarded.
I'm gonna be live tomorrow. Niggas about to look dumb as fuck.
Yeah, yo, by the way, Ron, I'm going to expose the power bill that you guys have. Because I know you guys have your in-house bots at the Faze house. I'm not stupid. I know about the server room, by the way. I know about the power bill that you guys have every month. These are ahead of the curve. Guys, Ron and his squad are ahead of the curve. They have in-house shit, in-house server farm at home. Of course, I'm not gonna get affected by the bots going down. They have their own shit. That's crazy.
If that's true, it's fucking mental. If Faze actually have some sort of server room for bots to push these creators artificially, that's completely fucked. And if anyone supports that, you're just a moron. Because what this does is it doesn't allow, you know, people who are trying hard, growing,
it's literally pay to win,
putting in the hours, it absolutely diminishes them to the bottom of the barrel, because all of these artificial bullshitters are at the top of the search pages, the home pages, everything. What, because you're not secure enough to make content that you think people will like? It pisses me off. And if Faze and Banks knew about this or even funded this,
doesn't sound like a lie.
Really fucked. If there's actual proof of that, any channel
I believe
that
it
has been artificially inflated,
I feel like anyone would have it if you're super rich, successful.
It's my honest opinion, they should be banned. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. There should be standards in place. And then this shit gets really dark. Okay, so we talk about botting, we're talking about these relationships Banks has had with plaqueboymax, you know, how Max's, you know, statements have been a bit contradicting to what Banks has actually proven. Max's cousin goes on stream, accuses Banks of sleeping with Charlie D'Amelio when she was 17.
Oh my god.
Fuck that bitch when she was 17.
God damn.
I did a little something. Like, I see she's from Massachusetts too. Like, you slid in her shit. Like, yo, I miss home too. Like, I want to know how you went in.
This is how you know that Banks might be telling the truth. Because as soon as niggas bring other things that aren't a part of the whole Faze concept, like, oh, you did this with this person, you did this with that girl, that's how you know that the losing side is losing, because they bring up shit that doesn't have to do with that. Now, if Faze Banks did really crack Charlie D'Amelio when she was 17, that's messed up as hell. That is fucked up. But why bring it up now, as soon as Banks is making some valid points in his video? You know what I mean? Like, this whole thing is just fucked in general. There are no good guys or bad guys. It's just a whole mess.
Fuck that bitch. I know you fuck that bitch because you carrying around like an arm trophy. Bitch can't even drink, gang. Bitch can't even drink.
Other streamers like Bruce Drop Him Off also pushed this narrative.
I knew.
Oh yeah, Bruce.
That's how you got Charlie D'Amelio. You was able to manipulate her because she was young, and you was 20 plus years older than her. You manipulated
Yeah, that's crazy.
her. You're a groomer. Weirdo. She was 17, Ricky.
Oh god.
Max's cousin even called the police on stream, even if it's a bit or not. You're playing with actual life-ruining allegations.
I'm starting a petition. I'm not. Gang, this is an emergency. This is an emergency. This is an emergency. This is an emergency.
Damn.
Hi, sir. I have a concern. Huh? No. This is more of a, I want to make a complaint.
And you can tell this motherfucker doesn't care. He's just spewing whatever he wants right now to get clipped and to get views. Like, he has no integrity, this guy. These are life-ruining allegations.
Yeah,
These should not be played around with on streams just because you're disagreeing with Banks about your cousin. Banks responds to these allegations, these extremely serious allegations, with, wow, the ultimate line has been crossed. To lie about something so disgusting and harmful is despicable. You guys are pure evil. For the record,
Charlie D'Amelio should come out.
April 2024, a couple weeks before her 20th birthday. So when she was 19. Our relationship is nobody's business, and it's disgusting that these people lied about it to hurt me with zero regard for how it affects her. I'm on the phone with Charlie as I type this. This is beyond unfair. Neither her or I deserve this, and again, we will be in pursuit of the truth and handling this legally moving forward.
I'm a nice gentleman, never going in the pen.
Yo, follow the Twitch and click on the video on the screen. Click on it. Click